spread now between kids, between girls, boys, and even adults like us. We are suffering from lack of of food, which affects on our physical situation. Sometimes we cannot even do our works because we need some energy, we need some food. Baby milk, dairy milk, it's not available, and it's very high prices. Children, babies, they are dying from malnutrition. We are also suffering from the starvation, from the lack of food. The whole situation is affecting us, the 2 million people here in Gaza. See on my face, this is not my face. I'm losing too much weight. I lost for now almost 10 kilos. And even my bones, my muscles, I cannot sometimes carry anything because I don't have enough food to continue to do my work.
All important international conventions, the Geneva Convention, UN resolutions have time and again said that journalists working in armed conflict zones should be protected. It's the obligation of the states involved. But what's happening in Gaza? We've seen not just a systematic brutality that's being meted out to the people in Gaza, but also the journalists working have not been spared either. Joining me from Gaza in this exclusive conversation is Ghada Al Kurd, a journalist herself. Ghada, I can't say stay safe, are you safe, or will you be safe? These are all empty words. What we've seen in the past months or so of what's happening in Gaza, the uncertainty speaks volumes of the situation on the ground. So I'll just begin with asking you, how's the situation on the ground right now?
Well, we are talking now about 21 months of genocide against the Palestinian people, against more than 2 million people who are living in a small zone of Gaza Strip. We cannot describe the situation in the ground. It's lots of bombing around the hour, lots of airstrike, Israeli airstrike, targeting schools, tents, residential buildings, hospitals, even people who are walking in the streets, or even people who are staying in cafes or restaurants. Regarding the starvation, it's more than 3 months now, and the Palestinian people who are living inside Gaza, they are starving from the lack of food. People are going to humanitarian aid sites to get some parcel of food where they are being shot by the Israelis, by the Israeli army, and no one can rescue them from there. Types of killing around the hour against the Palestinian, against children, against women, against old, elderly people. Hospitals, medical centers, they are running out from medical supplies. They are running out from fuel. People, they are collapsing. They are walking in the street and they cannot move because they have become very weak. Personally, for myself, we are losing much weight because of the starvation. We cannot even in our tents because of the heavy airstrikes around the hour against the people. We can say like the Gaza Strip is separated to two parts now, north of Gaza and south of Gaza, and both of them they are under attack around the hour. People they are seized now in west of Gaza city or in the middle area or Al Mawasil, and we are talking about 2 million people. They are not allowed for them to go to the eastern areas of Gaza Strip because it's there are Israeli military operations in North Gaza, in eastern areas of Gaza City and North Gaza. Also in the middle area and in the south of Gaza, I mean, like in Khan Yunis city and Rafah is totally under the military operation. People of Rafah, they are no longer can go back to their houses in this city. Even in North Gaza, we are talking about Jabalia town, Beit Hanun and Beit Lahia. They are all under Israeli military operation, and people they have evacuated this area for many months, and they are living in western parts of Gaza, inside tents, inside destroyed houses, maybe even in the streets under the high temperature of summer, where they are looking for some small amount of food or some healthy water, which is not available all the time. The disease are spread now between kids, between girls, boys, and even adults like us.
Right.
We are suffering from lack of of food, which affects on our physical situation. Sometimes we cannot even do our works because we need some energy, we need some food. We are talking about it's not allowed for any healthy food to enter Gaza. We are talking about the vegetables, the fruits, chicken, meat, eggs. We are not seeing them in the local market or in the humanitarian aid, and this is a very dangerous problem for us.
Right.
Like,
What are you surviving on, Ghada? What's the basic food, even if you're getting any? What's the basic food that you're actually eating?
we are depending sometimes on rice, on some kind of lentils, and we have some popular food here called falafel. It's made from beans, and all the time we are eating beans. The vegetables that we have already here, it's from the local production, and it's very high prices and with little amount. No one can go and buy this amount. So we are talking about just canned food, lentils, rice, beans. That's all what we have. We don't have sugar or sweets. We don't have chocolate, or even like we don't have any kind of juice. We are talking about the essentials elements of food. It's not available.
What about children? What about children? Baby products, food, milk?
Even like baby milk, dairy milk, it's not available, and it's very high prices. Children, babies, they are dying from malnutrition. They need some elements to build their body, but all of the children here, you can see them in the street. They are become very dark because of the sun heat, and they become like very thin, and even they are playing in sewage or in the street. They are doing nothing. They are chasing us all the time, like as journalists. They are chasing us, asking for some money or some bread or some food. We are keeping telling them we are in the same situation. We are also suffering from the starvation, from the lack of food. The whole situation is affecting us, the 2 million people here in Gaza.
It's very, very unfortunate, Ghada. But there are two aspects to it. It's not just the lack of food, it's also lack of sanitation. The diseases that we're seeing, the visuals that we see come from Gaza, it also has to do with no sanitation. How bad is the situation on that front?
We are talking like Gaza is totally destroyed. The infrastructure is totally destroyed. Even like the hospitals, the medical centers, places that provide us with some water, with electricity, it's all destroyed. So how can you imagine like these roads, streets are full of water pools with sewage pools because the Israeli army, they targeting everything, even the ground itself. So the sanitation, the health situation is completely destroyed. Um, People, as I told you, they are living in the streets. How can you imagine? They are living inside a tent, and the tent has no bathroom, has no nothing. How they can shower? Even the water is very polluted. The water, what we can drink, it's unhealthy. We are suffering from several diseases, like we diarrhea. We are suffering from it, from some allergy all the time. Now it's, as I told you, it's summer nowadays, and we cannot even bear the high temperature. We don't have electricity, and even in some buildings, so we don't have the hygiene, the sanitation situation inside the building. We are using the wood fire. We cannot use any other ways to cook if we can cook. So it's all mixed together. It's all related together. The whole situation, the whole system is collapsed, and this is affecting all aspects of sanitation, of humanitarian conditions here in Gaza.
Ghada is a journalist, somebody who also is feeling the deprivation, very little food to eat, and yet going out there and performing your duty. How difficult has it been? How difficult has this personal journey been for you?
Maybe you can see on my face. This is not my face. I'm losing too much weight. I lost for now almost 10 kilos. And even my bones, my muscles, I cannot sometimes carry anything because I don't have enough food to continue to do my work. Even I have to walk to do my work or to do my reports during the day. Sometimes I don't have way of transportation to go because the fuel is we have shortage in the fuel here, and taxis or cars, they are using the fuel all the time. So I have to walk. Sometimes it needs me like 1 hour to go for my office, which needs sometimes 10 minutes because it takes me too much to walk under the sun here. But still, I can have like small pieces of sandwiches, and which is, as I told you, it's a popular food here in Gaza, made from lentils, from beans, and which is unhealthy. But I have to eat it just to give me some energy, to give me the ability to go and to work. Sometimes I sleep hungry. Sometimes I don't have this kind of food because I feel my stomach is refusing this kind of food, which is unhealthy. So I sleep without eating. I just drinking some water to stay alive.
Unbelievable. The fact that this is being allowed under the watch of an entire international community that has become mute spectator, no less than what we're calling it now, clearly genocide of an entire people. Ghada, now let's talk about the situation on the ground. Is there any place that is considered safe where people can go, or is every place unsafe today and the Israelis can come, bombard, attack any area? How do you move? I just want to understand, how do you move? How do you know where not to go and where you can sleep feeling safe? Is there any place in Gaza today?
Well, it depends on luck sometimes. All the time, it depends on luck. I'm taking my road, my street, to go to the work. I avoid some crowded area. I avoid hospitals. I avoid schools. Sometimes tents. But this is not like I have to look around me. If there is some crowded area of there is some suspicious thing. So all the time I'm alert to what is going on around me. It's not allowed for us to go to the cafes and restaurants nowadays because it's being targeted. Last 2 days ago, a cafe I used to go at evening to have a drink with friends and colleagues. It was targeted 2 days ago, and before I went there, like 2 hours, it was
Oh,
targeted. If I was in this place at the afternoon, for sure I will be killed inside this targeting because the airstrike target the same place that I'm sitting in. My friends, my colleagues, they were killed inside this targeted. The people who are working there, they considered as my brother and my friends, they were killed. So this is the last place that I have to go. But now I committed to my staying, my resident, my place, and to the office. I'm not going to anywhere. If I want to buy even something from the local market, I have to look around me. I don't know if the airstrike will target me or not. So the streets, the buildings, tents, cafes, restaurants, everything is under attack. Everything is being targeted. You are not safe here in Gaza, and you are not safe at all. Everything is being targeted. But it depends sometimes on your luck. If you are walking from this street and the other street or another area will be targeting in the same time.
so you're saying nobody is safe anywhere in Gaza?
No, nobody is safe. We are now seized in a small area of Gaza, and this area, as they claimed before the Israeli army, they claimed that this is a safe zone. Whenever they are publish an evacuation plan, they said like move to the west of Gaza or move to the Mawasi. If you watch the news, last night a school was targeted. Residential food place was targeted. Many civilians were killed. Cafes for people gathering, for colleagues, for friends is being targeted. Everything is being targeted. Where to go? We don't know. We don't have any place to go. We are crowded in a small area, and this area is also being targeted. Even we cannot go back to our houses in eastern areas of Gaza. So we are displaced in a small area. We are talking about the population of Gaza City and North Gaza is almost 1 million. All of those people, they are in a small area of Western Gaza.
Gaza, we'll come to the international community, the reaction, Israeli action, but before that, your community, the journalistic fraternity, has come under massive attack. We've never seen the kind of attacks journalists have come under as they have in Gaza. How did the journalistic fraternity deal with your own being killed, their families being destroyed, but journalists on duty reporting have come under attack? Israel's excuse or explanation has been that they were part of the Hamas. Does that really sit well with you?
Well, we are not talking about if they are related to Hamas or not. The mission or the duty of the journalist is to transfer the message of the Palestinian people here. This is the most important thing that's annoying the community of Israel, annoying Israel, that people here still, or journalists, professional journalists, they are still working from here. They have their own materials. They are very creative. They are very smart, and they still transfer and sending their messages, their reports, their news from here, despite the cut off of the electricity, despite the disconnection of communication. We are still working. We have so many alternative ways here in Gaza because the Palestinian people here, they are considered smart, intelligent. So the Israeli community, the Israeli government is considered all the journalists as they are related to factions or military factions. But this is not true. They are using this excuse to kill the Palestinian journalists, but they want to kill the journalist soul of the Palestinian. We will stay here and we will keep sending our messages. It doesn't in the journalism law. It doesn't. It's not true to target a journalist while doing his work. Lots of our friends or colleagues were killed while they are while they are in the field, like for Al Jazeera, like for Al Arabiya, even like there was a targeting a couple of days ago, and the Al Arabiya channel staff they were targeted inside this attack. So the problem that they are targeting every person who are trying to send a message or trying to show the world the genocide is happening here in Gaza.
Okay. How outraged are you with the inaction, the silence of the international community? Was that something that that Gazans expected, or did you expect more out of the international community, out of the world?
We've been seeing this reaction from the international community. They don't have anything to do with the Palestinian. It's a continuous conflict between the Israelis and the Palestinians. But they have some role, like in stopping this genocide, because they have a role in stopping this genocide. I think their role and our role is to keep sending them what is happening here in Gaza, and they should have an opinion and a word against what is happening. We didn't expect like the silence. It will be longer than this. They are seeing us. They are seeing the genocide. They are seeing the killing against us. But they cannot do anything with the Israelis and the Americans. They have to put more pressure on both sides, even like for starvation for kids and babies here in Gaza. If they don't want to stop the killing or the genocide, they at least should stop the starvation. We have two weapons now against us: it's the killing and the starvation. So if we don't die from the killing or from targeting, we will die from starvation. What is our fault as civilians or Palestinian, like to be killed, like our children, our babies, they are being died dead before because of the starvation. So the starvation and the genocide is against us, and the international community is not doing anything. Is not playing a big role to stop this killing. But we will recall them, and we will demand more and more. As we have voices, we will still sending what is going on, what is happening here in Gaza. At least one day the whole community, the whole international community will listen to us, and this killing will stop one day.
It should have happened yesterday, Ghada. It should have happened long ago. The international community should have woken up to this dastardly act of genocide being carried out in Gaza. Having said that, the Israelis also say that they are targeting certain areas because there is Hamas there, and Hamas is using the civilians as human shields. But on the other hand, if civilians have to leave or want to leave Gaza, there is no option. The gates are shut.
This is exactly what is happening here. The Israeli using this excuse all the time to kill Palestinian or the civilians. Okay, if you want to kill the Hamas affiliated people, why you should kill them with them more people? We don't know how they can use this. We are not military experts in this conflict. But both sides, they should, from the beginning, they should avoid the civilians in this war. Many of the Palestinians, for sure, they were killed because some Hamas members, they were in the same place. We cannot deny this. We cannot deny this. But this is not an excuse to kill more people. Lots of people, they were killed because for nothing. If they have one or two cases or three cases or 10 cases, but now we are talking about more than 50,000 people they were killed, not because they are because among them there was Hamas. So the main purpose for the Israeli army is to kill as much as they can. They do not taking any consideration. They are saying in their media that we are taking some precautions while targeting a place. But at least if one Hamas member were killed, 20 or 30 people they are killed with him. So as military experts, they should know how to target the people that they want, but not to target the Palestinian or the civilians.
Ghada, your message to world leaders, to Trump, to the United Nations, to the European leaders, to even India. Please, just tell us exactly what you think President Trump should be doing, the European leaders should be doing, Antonio Guterres should be doing, India should be doing.
Well, my message, and for all, and on behalf of the Palestinians here, the civilians who are living here, our message is to put more pressure on both sides, Israelis and Hamas, to stop this killing, stop the starvation as soon as possible. We are dying. 2 million people, they are dying here. So I think they should stop this as soon as possible, not to cause for us more killing. We are dying from starvation. We are dying from killing. No one is listening to us, but we will still keep doing our work, and we will still doing some pressure as we still alive. We will do this more and more in sending our message for all the officials and leaders, presidents outside Gaza Strip.
And before I let you go, Ghada, this has been a really tumultuous time for everyone. And Israel has already rejected the ceasefire proposal. How do you look at that? And how has the emotional, psychological journey been for you so far in keeping it together, in keeping your family together, in ensuring that, that you don't break down completely? Because this is breaking a human being to the core.
Well, it's being like a game of negotiations of the ceasefire. We are waiting, very nervous and excited to end this situation. But we are disappointed from both delegations. Like they cannot reach an agreement. They cannot, both of them, they cannot stop the killing of us. How they are human like us. They don't see us. They don't see the sufferings that we are being through. How they can go to the negotiations. How they can negotiate with each other. I know this is like a political situation. They have at least to agree on something in the end. But at least they should feel the people who are living here and how they are suffering from all of kind of torture here. So at least someone of the leaders should stop this genocide, should finish this war in any. It should stop in any way. We are disappointed from all of the people, from Hamas, from Israel, from US, from Europe, from all of the countries. They don't have, they didn't play a big role in stopping this genocide.
Right. Again, I know I'm asking you one more question, but Ghada, the fact that you just mentioned you're disappointed in everybody. I know a lot has happened before October 7th, but did October 7th come as a shock to Gazans and what happened after that? The hostage situation, the continued fight between the Hamas and Israel, and then the Israeli action on Gaza. Did it come as a shock to you on what the Hamas did on October 7th to the Gazans?
The situation before October 7th was, we can say it was very good. It was stable. It was some escalation. There were some escalations or wars before the October 7th. But what we've been seeing at that time, from the first hours, we expected that there will be long war against the Palestinian here. This is not happening before. Like the Hamas or military factions here, they kidnapped or abducted uh, Israelis before, but not with this with this attack, like this attack. Like it was very big, very unbelievable. I feel shocked when I see it. But the consequences of this attack, we know from the beginning that it will be very hard, and we have long, long conflict will come, and we will lose more and more. And what we were expecting at that time, it's happening now. But from the first week or from the first month, we expect that both sides will agree on something. But it seems it doesn't happen. It doesn't come like as we want. And it extended now for almost 2 years.
Because it seems Netanyahu has his own plans.
He has other plans for sure, like for his government, for himself also, for the Israeli future. So they have other plans that we don't know about, or they don't want to show us. So the interest of themselves is in the first place. They don't care about killing more and more people. They don't care about the destruction here in Gaza. So I think it's very, very hard or unbelievable and shocked what we are being through now.
Ghada Al Kurd, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your bravery. I hope, and I'm saying this again, I started by saying hoping and wishing that is not helping anybody in Gaza, but I do hope and pray that you remain safe, that Gaza returns to normalcy, that better sense prevails when it comes to the actions by Netanyahu and his government, but more importantly, the silence that the international community is showing should break. On that note, thank you so much.